Hello, I'm Oliver Brewood, Executive Director of Operations at BDB. In my operations role, I oversee the processes that we follow, the systems that we use, team capacity and efficiency, as well as reviewing things like costs, overheads, generally supporting the day-to-day running of the business. Growing up, I always had an interest in digital and websites. I know I spent some of my time as a teenager just learning to design and develop websites, buying PHP books and HTML books and things like that. I ended up going to university to study computing, but to be honest, I didn't really put that to use immediately. I ended up in an admin job in a company. I overheard the marketing team talking and I really liked what I heard. Really, was really interested in what they were talking about. So as soon as an opportunity came up, I applied to join that team. Ended up owning a lot of the digital marketing that they were doing, and throughout my career I've kind of moved from strength to strength there. Each time I've got a new job, always focused on digital, I've kind of taken on more ownership and responsibility for the delivery of that digital marketing activity. After a few years, I ended up joining BDB as a digital project manager. So I joined BDB in 2015. In my role as a digital project manager, then I was primarily working on quite a lot of smaller projects, things like email builds, and we were doing a lot of those for clients at the time, but we weren't doing a lot of other digital services. Working with the client services team and with clients themselves, we were able to grow out a lot of the digital services that we now offer, including things like advertising, marketing, email campaigns, etc., that we didn't really previously offer. As a result of all that increased work, we were able to grow out the team to the point where now we have a really strong digital team. Along the way there, I was promoted to the head of digital and technology as well, overseeing the entire digital function of the business. This year, I've obviously changed to an operations role, sitting on the board, where I'll be looking to help support the wider business. It's obviously a different challenge and one that I'm really embracing. So why should you consider joining BDB? I think for me, the first point that I've really appreciated, particularly with a digital background, is that we never stand still. We're always looking for ways to be more efficient, to develop our services, offer additional support and help to clients, which really means that there's a lot of opportunity within the team to think about how we can do that, to be the owner of one of those new areas as well. Now, the second point I'd mention is opportunity. Obviously, as I've just mentioned there, there's a lot of areas that we can continue to improve, and with that comes the opportunity to really help define your role, to carve out a niche for yourself, to become the owner of something, to just learn and develop from other people within the team. There's really quite a lot of opportunity to take your career the way you want it to go. And then I think the last point that I want to mention is culture. I'm sure a lot of companies say it, but I hope it's as true for them as it is for us, which is that the culture and the team at BDB is just so collaborative. When you're working on something new that you haven't done before, you're trying to work something out, having a team around you that's willing to support you, to be in the trenches with you to try and solve some of those problems, it's really, really refreshing. It's certainly not something I've seen from any of the other companies that I've worked at in my career. That whole sense that we are a team and we can work together and we can solve anything.